What's up, everybody? Back again. Oh, it's cold out here. So, today I'm going to talk about my MVX amplifier over there and what happened with it. And kind of show you guys my complete wiring system and everything. I'm basically done except for building my enclosure for my 3/18, which are sitting in my truck. That's one, and then there's two, and there's three. So I got to build that enclosure. I haven't gotten around to it because the wood is expensive and it's, the holidays. So priorities, people, priorities. Also, I haven't gotten around to building my speaker pods, I guess, for this Windows to accommodate the other 6.5s and the one tweeter on this window and that window over there. Still got the destroyer right here. I added a few screws to the box to help with that nasty rattle, because definitely this part was separated, and that's what you could hear in the video, slapping. And you could also hear the destroyer bottoming out big time, but it looks so cool doing it. It was awesome. So the reason I haven't been posting anything about this destroyer is because, well, guess what? I blew it. So that demo that I showed you guys of me just taking and abusing the crap out of this sub, yeah, it was too much for it. It did not handle the power well and everything else. So, but it's not the sub's fault. It was obviously my fault. I pushed it way beyond its limit. So when it did work good, oh, did you guys hear that coil rub? Listen. Yeah, the coil came undone on this bad boy. Got too hot and went, nope, no thank you. So I'm gonna buy a recone kit. This is a dual 1. I'm gonna get a dual 2, and then I'm gonna wire it to 4 ohms. And but in the meantime, I just gotta get the recone, and then I'll be doing a recone video of this destroyer. And people, I know it's not the sub's fault. It's obviously my fault, and I did do it on purpose. Sometimes you just want to do some crazy shit, and that's what I did. But anyway, I love it. It's a good sub. When it did work, it sounded great. When I wasn't abusing it, well, give it a fair chance next time. Now that I screwed this down, I'm not gonna abuse it. It was just a fun little video. Anyway, oh yeah, so I was talking about I'm done with the system right there. Oh, I made a mount for my bass knob. I'll go around and show you guys that. So I got my powers coming out to the underground power, 300 amp fusing on all 4 runs. Then that's my ground that goes straight to the frame, goes through the seat, up to the 2 lithium 100 amp hour PowerTech LiPo 4 batteries. They're really good batteries. I had the one, then I added the second, so now I got 200 amp hours of lithium, which I never thought that I have that much lithium in my truck, or let alone ever, or anything like this, for a matter of fact. So when that new subwoofer box is built, it's going to take up this whole area. It's going to come up to, I don't know, like 24 inches, and then it's going to come out all the way. It's used this whole platform space, and I'm going to tune it down to 27 hertz. I already got my dimensions and everything for the port and everything. It's going to be 3/18s inverted, one here, one there, or the other way around, doesn't matter. And then I'll have my port in the center, facing that way, and it's going to be tuned to 27, so it's going to play the lows. I want the lows. And then it'll also be able to play the higher frequencies. Not too higher. I don't know, like 38. That's not that high, actually. That's low frequency. My bad. They're just higher in the scale, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so that's that. With that, the doors are still looking pretty, The ground's coming up from the bottom right there. And I don't know if you can see the power, but some people have told me it's like, oh, those grounds are too low. You need to cut them. And I'm like, make them. Oh, and they're like, you need to make them shorter. And I'm like, no, they're fine. I'll never snag them on anything when I'm driving. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm confident. So they come the power, the 4 runs of 2-aught welding cable OFC come up from the frame or go down the frame to the back. They go through the L Customs 4-spot fuse block. That's 300 amps of fusing. Same with under the seat over there. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's 300 amps of fusing on each run. They come up to the 500 amp MVX battery isolator, down to the 300 amp alternator. I purchased that alternator from B&R Parts eBay store. So they have 100% rating, so, or 100% feedback or whatever, you know, they're 100%. I'm like, well, they've been in business for a long time. They have 100%. I go by that. So hasn't done me wrong. I have a clamp meter that I don't know how to use yet. I need to look up some videos on how to use it. And I actually want to test the amperage coming out of that alternator. That'd be fun. Hopefully my clamp is good enough. I don't know. I did buy a pretty cheap one. So and then I got my big 3. So that's what these are. Big 3. The alternator's grounded to the battery. And there's that body ground right there. And then there's one ground going down to the frame down there, and then the engine block ground. And then that's all grounded right there. And I used 2 Silverting copper lugs, crimped them all by hand. Everything was crimped by hand. Used a mallet and one of those Temco hammer crimpers. Damn, I've used that hammer crimper so much, it's paid for itself and more. Anyway, so I still got my door speakers. They sound great with this new SFB